Everyone, this is going to be the reading for Virgo for the month of September 2021. So, this can apply if you're a Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node. So, in case this video does not resonate with you, be sure to check out the other videos, for the other signs. And I also wanted to add that I've started taking bookings for personal readings. So if you'd like to get a reading done on your natal birth chart, or let's say you like someone and want to get a relationship compatibility done, you can contact me for that as well. And also, I do tarot card readings. So if you'd like to contact me for a reading, drop me a message on Facebook or email facebook.com/Venusianscorp, and email is astroluck111@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Both the links are in the description box below, so you can contact me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So let's get started. The first card that I'm getting for you, Virgo, is the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, the Queen of Swords in the upright position typically represents Libra energy. This is somebody who is very decisive, very firm about what they want. They're very confident. They're not taking, basically, they're not tolerating mediocre behavior from anybody. They know what they want, and they will only accept that. But because this is coming up in the reverse position, Virgo, I feel like some of you may have lowered your boundaries. Some of you may have cut corners for a person in your life or a situation in your life where you feel like it doesn't really serve you, but you're still holding on to this person or the situation. It's kind of a people pleasing mentality that I feel like some of you may be going through right now, where you're not being firm and you're not staying true to your boundaries and you're not expressing what you really want. So you're kind of tolerating things from people and situations around you which you don't really need to. That's what I'm picking up from this card. The next card that I'm getting is the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers card represents Gemini energy, and it also represents love and romance in your life. So this could literally be a Gemini person who is coming into your life. They could be a Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node. Or they could just be embodying the Gemini archetype, very lively, very fun-loving, very quirky, communicative, a little bit on the light-hearted side, somebody like this. But definitely love and romance is coming into your life, Virgo. So it's about being open-minded and staying open to the new things that are coming your way. Now, I do feel like a lot of you are slowing down your pace. And I say this because I got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, the Knight of Swords represents Gemini energy. But then, this is the energy of someone who is extremely impulsive, who just jumps headlong into something without thinking things through. So very impulsive energy, not very cautious or not very prudent about their decisions. But because this is coming up in the reverse position, I feel like this is your energy, Virgo. I feel like a lot of you are slowing your pace. You're really weighing the pros and cons of a situation before making any decision, and that's a good thing because as an earth sign, Virgo, you are an earth sign. You are very practical. You don't generally take risky decisions, but because you're a mutable sign, you can be fairly adaptable to any new situation that comes into your life. So you're not like the fixed signs that once they make up their mind, they stick to it. They're kind of known to be a little bit on the stubborn side. But Virgo, you being a mutable sign, you are ready to adapt and you are ready to evolve with different situations. Now, because the Knight of Swords came up in the reverse position, yeah, I do feel like a lot of you are slowing down your pace. You're not rushing into any decisions. You're not making impulsive decisions. Anything that's being presented to you in your life, whether that's a love relationship, whether that's a job opportunity, whether that's business or anything, I feel like a lot of you are taking the time to really observe and see the patterns, like really assess for yourself if this person or the situation is actually good for you. So that's a good thing because you do need to take time and make these decisions. The next card that I'm getting is the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man represents a change in perspective. So this represents looking at things or looking at people and situations from a different perspective. So some of you Virgos may be looking at life and maybe looking at situations from a completely different perspective. Maybe you are being more empathetic towards people in general. Maybe you are trying to put yourself in their shoes before trying to come to a conclusion about the person. You know, so what I'm getting is, some of you in the past may have been a little bit impulsive. You may have drawn conclusions about people and situations based on the spur of the moment. Like, for example, if the person did you wrong at that moment, you may have decided they're not good for you and you may have cut them off. But I feel like now, Virgo, you're in a different space, you're more measured in your approach. And so I feel like you're ready to actually look at situations from their point of view and see how they may also be possibly right. And that's really important because as we evolve in our spiritual journey, we realize that there is no real right or wrong. Everything is right in its own perspective. And I feel like that's the hangman perspective that a lot of you are getting in the month of September. So it's very mature energy, it's very evolved energy, it's very spiritual energy as well. The next card I'm getting is the Page of Swords, but this is coming up in reverse. Now, the Page of Swords in the upright position represents somebody who's a little bit on the defensive side. If you see this guy, they have their sword up, ready to charge at anybody if in case he gets attacked. So the Page of Swords is very defensive energy. It's a little bit of a worrisome energy, like this person does have a bit of anxiety, kind of looking over their shoulder to see if somebody's about to attack them or whatever. So there is a sense of anxiety that's present with this card. But because this is page energy, a lot of this anxiety may not actually have um, any real reason to it. Like, this may be in the mind, a lot of the stuff that's happening now. Because this is coming up in reverse, I feel like a lot of you have moved past that energy. So in the past, maybe a lot of you Virgos had a lot of anxiety related to certain situations and people, where you felt like you need to put your guard up. You felt like you needed to have your defenses up and you needed to be a little bit defensive towards other people because you didn't know where they were coming from. And um, this is very anxious energy. It's kind of like, these videos, right, where you see these animals that may have been treated badly for many years, and then the first time somebody nice comes along, the first reaction of these animals is to be very defensive, very like in an attacking mode. That's the energy I'm getting from you, Virgo. So a lot of you may have been wronged in the past. You may have gone through certain traumatic situations which made you lose trust in people and situations. And so, but I feel like now the space that you're operating in is very mature, where you are ready to see people from their point of view. So that's why it's not so defensive. It's a more open-minded approach, which is really good for you, Virgo, because you are a mutable sign. So it's easy for you to navigate these things compared to the fixed signs. Now, the next card I'm getting is the Four of Cups, but this is coming up in reverse. Now, the Four of Cups in the upright position represents somebody who is a little bit close-minded, who doesn't want to accept that there are other opportunities present around them. So it's kind of a dejected mindset where, this person has three cups in front of them and then the fourth is being presented to them. So there are a lot of options, but this person chooses not to look at it, or just feels like crossing your arms is a very defensive maneuver, and this person is like, I don't want to look at it and I don't believe there are other options out there. That's what this person feels. Because this card is coming up in the reverse position, I feel like a lot of you are moving away from that mindset. So maybe in the past, like I said, you may have been wronged by a person or situation, so that left you feeling very mistrusting towards other people, like you weren't ready to trust other people, very defensive and that sort of thing. And you may have felt like you didn't want to look at options out there, whether that's a love relationship, whether that's a job or a business or whatever. You were very guarded and you were very closed off in the past, is what I'm getting. But now you're moving away from that. Now you're actually opening up your mind and trying to look at other options, trying to look at other avenues without being, judgmental, or without having that lens in front of you that, okay, it has to be only this way, right? The next card that I'm getting is the Six of Cups. Now, this is the card of generosity. This is a card of charity, but this is also a card of balance, because we do see the scales of justice here. So I do feel like a lot of you are giving back to society in some way, whether that's through material means, or that's through spirituality, or just through your kindness and giving time to people around you. So I feel like a lot of you are spending time with people around you and giving of yourself to the people around you. But at the same time, like if this is related to money matters, you are being a little bit cautious and prudent as to how you spend your money, how you invest in other things. So it's very balanced energy. The next card that I'm getting is the Three of Cups, but this is coming up in reverse. Now, the Three of Cups represents celebratory energy. This is about socializing. This is about meeting up with friends. This is about enjoying the good times, celebrating life basically. Now, because this is coming up in reverse, I feel like a lot of you Virgos, you may be choosing not to socialize at this point. Now, I realize a lot of us, we are going through, the current situation where a lot of people may not have the option to actually socialize. They may be indoors a lot of the times. So, because this is coming up in reverse, I feel like a lot of you may be consciously choosing not to socialize. You may be choosing to spend time with yourself, get to know yourself a little bit better. What are the things you want out of life? What are the things you want out of a relationship? So you're really getting to know yourself, Virgo, during the month of September, which is actually a good thing, because once you spend time with yourself, you become clearer about your priorities, and then you can work towards that in a more holistic fashion. So that's pretty much the reading for you, Virgo, for the month of September. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. I love looking at the likes on my videos, and I appreciate your support. If you like the video, do drop in a comment. I love reading your comments and interacting with you as well. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, drop me a message on Facebook or email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.